Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's session on SoulSensei. We're so happy to have you all here with us. It's a new day, it's a new year. It's amazing to have you all join us. For anyone who's new here, SoulSensei is a space built for healing, growth, and real connection. We host live sessions and guided practices to help you reconnect with yourself through energy work, meditation, and spiritual exploration, all with some truly amazing guides and teachers. Before we begin this session, I would request everyone, each one of you, to just turn your cameras on. It's always wonderful to have some cameras on. It helps the guide connect with you all better. So if you can have some cameras on, that would be amazing. Thank you for everyone who already has their cameras on. It's wonderful to see you. I am Avina. I'm from Team Soul Sensei. I'm going to be here throughout the session. In case you need anything, you can prompt right into the chat box and we'll help you out from there. Uh, Without further ado, I want to welcome our wonderful guide for the day, Anahata Meher, a shamanic healer and a spiritual guide with 13 plus years of intuitive healing experience. She lead daily 30-minute intuitive healing sessions to help you release the old, realign energy, and step into the new year's clarity. I'm hoping I'm audible to everyone. Yes? Okay. Okay. Over to you, Anada. Oh, wishing everyone a very calm and a soulful session ahead.
Thank you, Avina, and good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining in today. Before we begin, let's type in the chat box how many of us were here yesterday and how many of us are here for the first time. So if you were here yesterday, type yes. If you were not here yesterday, type no. So that way I know how I can work with the flow of the session. Okay. Okay, so we have a mixed bag. So all of you who were here yesterday and have come back today, thank you very much. It takes a lot to commit to your soul's journey, and I'm really grateful that you've shown up 2 days in a row in the morning, and it really means a lot. This is not for me, but this is something that you're doing for yourself. So pat on the back for the ones who have shown up for the second day in a row, and the ones who have come for the first time. Welcome. I hope in this month through our sessions you join more times and commit to your journey, because this is why we are all here. I am sitting here as a healer, working since 13 years, because at some point I had to commit to my inner voice. I had to commit to my inner calling. And it sounds very big, these words and these feelings, and spirituality is everywhere nowadays. However, we have to do it step by step and bit by bit, showing up every day to our needs, to ourselves. Yesterday we worked with the root chakra and it was about foundations. And today we are going to work with the sacral chakra. So before we go into the session, let's invoke sacred space. I'm going to ask everybody to bring your hands to your heart. And I'd really appreciate it if all of you here can turn your cameras on so I can see you. It is always nice to see your face rather than a name, and it helps me connect to you. However, if it is difficult for you to turn your camera on, that's fine too. We don't want to force you to do anything that you're not comfortable with. Okay, so it's totally fine, and I will still be able to connect with your energy. It doesn't matter. We are all in this circle. Yes, let's bring our hands together at our heart in prayer position. Let's close our eyes and let's chant together 3 Oms. Let's breathe in. Om. 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 And I invite you to keep your eyes closed while I invoke the energy, the presence, and the blessings of Goddess Saraswati today. Today we are working with the sacral chakra, which is all about the divine feminine and divine mother energy and the water energy. So let's open our hearts and let's invite Goddess Saraswati and all her blessings into our life. Om Ya Kundendu Tushar Har Dhavala या शुभ्रवस्तावृता या वीणावरदण्ड मण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्कर प्रभृतिभिः देवै सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निशेषजाड्यापहा Let's rub our palms together. Place them on our eyelids. Gently blink our eyes open and open our eyes in the circle. And if you feel, why don't you type in the comment how you're feeling right now? The sacral chakra is all about feeling. How do you feel? One word. I'm feeling calm. Nobody wants to share. Okay, fearless, divine, normal, peaceful, relaxed, neutral, empty, calm. Wonderful. Thank you for sharing. It's always important to share your feelings because that way we can express our voice and we can connect to our feelings. So today we are going to be working with the sacral chakra. The ones who were not here yesterday, it doesn't matter. You don't have to join in every day. If you're here today, this is the healing that you require and you need. So the sacral chakra is the seat of our emotions, our feelings. Yesterday we worked with the root. It was all about stability, foundation, grounding, abundance, our life on this planet, our connection to the earth, our connection to ourself, our relationships, our work, our career. All of that encompasses the root chakra, right? And the health of our legs. Now the sacral chakra is all about creativity and it is all about feelings, emotions. Does everyone here believe that we have feelings? Everyone here feels? Yes? Can we write in the chat box? Yes, if we feel love, we feel joy, we feel grateful. Sometimes we feel angry, we feel guilty, we feel fear. Yes, we all feel. Feeling is our primal essence. Feeling, we are all known as sentient beings because we have the 5 senses plus the 1/6 sense, the intuitive sense. And the sacral chakra is the seat of our emotions and our feeling. All our feelings are stored here. Okay, and along with the sacral chakra are stored, along with our feelings are stored our creative energy, our pleasures, our dreams. The sacral chakra is the place of birthing, right? In the woman's body, this is where the child grows in the womb. And from the man's inner endocrine glands comes the seed for which the child is created. So the sacral chakra is the place of birth. It is the womb energy, irrespective of whether we are in the man's body or whether we are in a female body. Yes, the sacral chakra is about our connection to our parents, our energy and story of birthing, and our own power to birth. Not only children, but also our dreams, desires. I'm sorry, yes, there is a loud noise in the background. I have little kittens in this room and I can't leave them outside. And because they hear me talking, they continuously call out to me. I deeply apologize for that sound in the background. And if I request you, if you can just quieted it down, because it's a really tiny kitten and I can't leave it outside. For the next session tomorrow, I'll try to make some arrangement. I'm really sorry. Thank you for your understanding. So we were talking about the sacral chakra, and the sacral chakra is our connection to our parents. It is our power of birthing, not only children, but also our dreams, our wishes, our needs. Yes, this is our nurturing center. How we nurture ourselves and the wounds if we have not been nurtured or if we feel unnurtured by life or whatever story we have gone through. A lot of our pain is also stored here and a lot of our power. It is our center of our power. Now, what does this power mean? Everybody is aware of the word power, right? We know strength, and strength is I'm strong. And then there is power. Power is the energy that makes us strong, right? How there is electricity, there is a current and energy that flows through, which then makes the light burn. In the same way, we have access to power. Power is an energy, it is the life force energy with which all of us are created, right? We get it from the sun. And we all have an individual power. This power helps us to maintain our boundaries and to awaken our gifts, to heal ourselves. Okay? The sacral chakra is also the place of the water element. So, just like the root was about earth, structure, and firmness and stability, the sacral chakra is about water flowing. Now, most of the times we are stuck, our mind makes us stuck in rigid systems and conditioning. This is who I am, this is how life should be, this is how a person should be. We have a lot of this growing up, a lot of imprints. However, the truth is that we need to flow, and we need to flow with our own life space. Things don't happen the way we always want, isn't it? Sometimes we want something to happen, but the timing is not in our control, right? Sometimes we really want something to happen, but it seems blocked. It's just like the energy of water. Water needs to keep flowing, but unfortunately, if our sacral chakra is blocked, then our energy doesn't keep flowing. We can become rigid, we can become disconnected from our dreams, we can become disconnected from ourselves, never allowing ourselves to be nurtured, none of our needs being clear or being met, and a lot of pain. Also, our sacral chakra, when it is imbalanced, our creativity gets stifled. Now, creativity means we are here to create. Creativity is a gift, it is there in everybody. Creativity is not about being a good singer or being a good dancer or being a good actor. It's not about that. Everyone has the power of creation and creativity, right? Everyone has this, and we are all here to create and co create something. However, if our sacral chakra is imbalanced, we remain disconnected from that. Okay, so to reiterate, the sacral chakra is the water element, it is about flowing, it is the connection of the child and the parents, it is our emotions, it is about connecting to our personal power, and it is about awakening our dreams and passions, connecting to life force energy. All right. Does anyone have any question? You can type it in the chat box. Otherwise, we can go into a sacral chakra meditation. Yes, Janvi.
Ma'am, how do we know if it is not working too well?
Okay, so thank you for the question. That's a great question. How do we know any chakra is not working well? So, like I said, right, the sacral chakra is about fluidity, the sacral chakra is about our needs being met, it is about our dreams. So, when these things are not happening, obviously we will come to know that there is some block inside of us, right? If we might have difficult relationships with our parents, if no matter what we feel that we are stuck or we are rigid, we are unable to flow. And then of course physical health issues. Remember, whichever area of the body the chakra is located, it impacts the physical health system of that area. Like the root chakra is responsible for the health of our bones, it is responsible for the health of our legs and the lower half of our body. The sacral chakra is responsible for our entire lower belly health. So, for women, the reproductive system, and for men as well, right? Our kidneys, our kidney functions. So, how do we know that a chakra is imbalanced? Either we will have relationship issues, either we will have health issues, either we will have work, money, creativity issues, or we will have connection issues, right? And based on which area of our life it is, we can discover which chakra is blocked. Hi, somebody is here and their mic is unmuted. I request everybody to mute your mic, please. Yes, someone has asked, will this meditation help unblock this chakra? Yes, the intention of doing the healing is to unblock the chakras. However, what we must know that we need to work on our chakra clearing every day. So, all meditation, any forms of healing are connected to chakras because they are the basis of our existence and they are energy. Therefore, meditation, everyone says you must meditate. Excuse me, somebody's mic is on. May I request you to please mute yourself? Yes, thank you so much. So, when we work on ourselves, when we connect with ourselves, when we connect to our meditation journey, our soul journey, it regularly works on our energy. So, yes, today's meditation is going to work on clearing your chakra. However, one day and one time is never enough. Our spiritual journey, just like everything else in our life, has to take priority. How we will always go to work, how we will always eat food, how we will always go to the doctor, how we will always have fun and party, like that, we have to also give time to our journey of healing, of spirituality. Therefore, it is a regular journey. Right? I hope that answers your question. Today, we will work on clearing some blocks depending on how open you are and where you are in your journey. However, will one session be enough and for the rest of your life? No. I've been on my healing journey for 15 years and I have to keep working on myself. We are infinite beings. So, with that, let's move into the meditation. Let's close our eyes and let's begin with breath. Let's breathe a little. And let's integrate all the information that has been shared today. And then let's bring our awareness 2 inches below our navel in the center of our body. This is our sacral chakra. It is orange in color and it appears as a 6 petaled lotus. So let's begin to breathe and bring our awareness 2 inches below the navel and in the center of our body and start connecting to our sacral chakra. Orange in color, 6 petals. As you breathe, you connect to the petals of the lotus, and with each breath, the sacral chakra begins to blossom. As you breathe in, the petals open up. As you breathe out, the petals open up even more. As you breathe in, the petals open up. As you breathe out, the petals open up even more. Take a few moments to connect to your place of birthing. We were all inside the womb of our mothers for a long time before we came out into this world. Let's connect to that energy of this energy center. Take a deep breath and feel yourself held by the water element in your sacral chakra. Just like in the beginning of our life, we come to our mother's womb and we are held by the fluid and we grow every day. And as you are connecting to your sacral chakra, you may think, visualize, or imagine that you are inside the womb of Mother Earth. The earth is our divine mother, and our souls have chosen to live here. So feel yourself being held. And allow this energy to radiate in your sacral chakra, clearing any blocks, unhealed and unresolved pain, any disconnection. Take a moment in your sacral chakra and ask yourself, how am I feeling? And remember, there will be two kinds of feelings. One, which we like to feel: joy, pleasure, peace, calm, relaxation, abundant, successful, powerful. And then there are the other parts of our feelings which we don't like to feel: anger, fear, guilt, shame, hurt. Take a moment and invite all your pains in your sacral chakra. You are safe and you are held, and it is okay for you to access this energy. Once you do, you begin to feel and sense that the waters of your sacral chakra start to flow. I invite you to sense and visualize all the expressions of water inside your womb, inside your sacral center. The waterfalls, the glaciers, the rivers, the ocean, the ponds, the lakes, the gentle streams, the pools, and even the reservoirs created by man. Let's awaken to all the expressions of water, allowing them to flow. And just like water, may we also flow in alignment with our soul's true journey, letting go of everything that doesn't serve us. So, here within the waters, allow all your pain to be purified. Be brave and ask yourself, am I angry? Am I guilty? Do I carry shame? Am I fearful? Am I hurt? Have I lost faith? And if I have, I'm going to let it go. I'm going to let my fears go. I'm going to let my anger go, my guilt, my shame, as much as is possible today. Allow the crystal clear waters of life and consciousness to cleanse and purify your sacral chakra. And as you release your pain and your unresolved energies and emotions, you create room and make some space in the sacral chakra. And within the waters, you start to birth and awaken your gifts and your powers. Take a moment and connect to your power of birthing. Within you lies this energy. The power of birthing the kind of life you want, the kind of relationships you need, the kind of job, money, support you need. You have the power. Dream your life. What is your highest life? Within your sacral chakra today, don't hold back. Nothing is too small and nothing is too big. Dream your life. What are your dreams? So many times we forget what our dreams are, or we don't even know what our dreams are, or we feel that our dreams are possible illusions or ungettable. Today, give yourself permission, allow for your dreams to flow. Take a moment in your sacral chakra to sow the seed of all your dreams coming true, all your needs being met, all your wishes being granted, all your passions, gifts, and power being awakened. And as you breathe, working to awaken your gifts within your inner sacral center and within the inner waters, take a moment and ask yourself, what is it that I wish to birth at this time in my life? And pay attention to the first thing that comes. It may be an action you need to take, it might be a workshop you need to join, it might be some work or project you must start, a relationship change. What is it that I wish to birth or that is being birthed through me right now in 2026? And receive clarity so that moving forward, you can take the actions and flow like water towards the fulfillment of your dreams. And as you keep reconnecting to your power and your dreams, your inner waters begin to overflow from the sacral chakra into every cell of your body, purifying you, purifying your physical organs. For the women, the uterus and the ovaries. For everyone, the kidneys, the sexual organs for the men and the women, the intestines, the digestive system, the liver, the stomach, the spleen, the chest, the heart, the brain, the muscles, the tissues, being cleansed and purified by the highest waters, easeful flow. And then, when you are complete with this purification, let's send this purification to all of our planet and all of our fellow brothers and sisters. May each one find the healing and purification they need. May each one reconnect to their power of creation and birthing. May each one dream and birth their life. And may we all birth the collective dream of harmony and love together, one person at a time, one day at a time. And your sacral chakra starts to spin in clockwise direction, creating easeful flow. Slowly and gently, I invite you to bring your palms to the center of your chest in prayer position, honoring this energy of flow, honoring this energy of birthing, honoring this energy of power, of dreams and pleasure. And take a moment before we close to connect to pleasure. Pleasure is our birthright. Let's release all guilt. And with that intention, let's gently rub our palms together. Place them on our eyelids. And when you feel ready, blink your eyes open. Thank you very much for joining me in this journey. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. And if anyone would like to share in the chat box, How was your experience? You may do that. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, another wonderful session. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
everyone who joined us live. Hoping to see you all for more sessions with another and more sessions on Soul Sensei. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I do want to say one thing. Niti, you're saying you often lose connect and doze off. That's actually a good sign. In the beginning of our meditation journey, our brain puts us to sleep so that the energy goes deep and directly into the soul. So going off to sleep in the middle of a meditation, which is, it means is a good thing, and you're receiving more deeply. So don't think otherwise. Yes? Thank you. And there is no session tomorrow. Our next session is on Monday, and we will be working with the solar plexus. Thank you very much. Take the energy of the root chakra and the sacral chakra with you over the weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. Lots of love. Thank you so much. Bye bye.